Hey friends, and welcome back to the Chase Factor. Grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's have a real conversation about the single most transformative idea that changed my financial trajectory. It's an idea that has nothing to do with stock tips, cryptocurrency, or finding the next hot thing. It's about a story of two dads. Now, if you've been in the personal finance space for more than 5 minutes, you know exactly which book I'm talking about. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a phenomenon, and for good reason. But today, we're not just doing a book report. We're going to dive into the essence of it, the core mental model that separates financial struggle from financial freedom. Because this isn't just about money. It's about the story you tell yourself about what money is. Let me set the stage. I wasn't always Chase the finance podcaster. I was Chase the college grad with a decent job, a shiny new apartment, a car payment, and this creeping feeling on the 15th and 30th of every month that I was on a treadmill. I was doing everything I was supposed to do. Work hard, get a good job, save a little, buy the things that signaled I've made it. But the freedom, the security, the ability to choose how I spent my days, that felt distant, like a movie I was watching, not a life I was living. And then I read this book, and the metaphor that hit me like a freight train was the rat race. You know the diagram. You get a job, you earn money, your expenses go up, you work harder for a raise, your lifestyle inflates, and you run faster and faster in that little wheel. My poor dad, metaphorically speaking, my own well-meaning upbringing, believed in that race. Go to school, get a secure job, work until 65, then retire. That was the script. But my new rich dad, this mindset I was adopting, leaned in and asked the devastatingly simple question: is your money working for you, or are you working for your money? This, right here, is the Grand Canyon-sized gap between the two dads. My poor dad mindset saw paycheck as the finish line, the goal. My rich dad mindset saw the paycheck as seed capital. It's not for spending, it's for planting. Let me tell you a quick story about my first asset, and it was hilariously pathetic. After I got this lesson, I was fired up. I needed an asset, something that would put money in my pocket. So I took $500, money I'd usually blow on a weekend or a fancy dinner, and I bought a vintage pinball machine. My logic? I'd rent it out for parties. I stored it in my tiny apartment. My girlfriend at the time thought I'd lost my mind, and I managed to rent it once for $50. Then it just sat there, collecting dust and reminding me of my failure. That wasn't an asset. That was a heavy, expensive lesson. My rich dad mindset had to explain, an asset puts money in your pocket consistently without you trading your time for it. That pinball machine was a liability disguised as a dream. The real breakthrough came when I used that same $500 principle and instead bought a course on digital marketing. I used that skill to start a tiny side hustle building basic websites for local businesses. That knowledge, that small, scalable system, became my first true asset. It generated a trickle of income separate from my job. The pinball machine was a thing. The skill was an asset. This is the core distinction the book makes that most people miss. It's not buy real estate or buy stocks. It's the fundamental definition of an asset versus a liability. Poor dad and most of us, our house is our biggest asset. Rich dad, if it takes money out of your pocket every month, mortgage, taxes, maintenance, it's a liability. It only becomes an asset if it's putting money in your pocket, like a rental property with positive cash flow. Mind blown. It forces you to re-audit your entire life. That car you're financing? Liability. The designer bag? Liability. That dividend-paying stock? Asset. The online business you build? Asset. The knowledge in your head that can create something? Priceless asset. So the strategy isn't just make more money. It's use the money you make to acquire income-generating assets and use the income from those assets to buy the luxuries. Don't use your salary to buy the BMW. Use your salary to buy an asset that generates enough cash flow to make the BMW payment. Now the car is paid for by your assets. That's the game.
But here's where I bring in the humanity, the emotion. This shift isn't just mathematical, it's psychological. The poor dad voice in our heads is often fueled by fear. Fear of not enough, fear of missing out, fear of what others think. You get it?
So we seek security in a paycheck and status in our possessions. We buy liabilities that look like assets to soothe that fear. The rich dad voice is fueled by a different emotion: faith. Faith in your own ability to learn, to build, to make smarter decisions. It requires a terrifying but beautiful leap to stop working for money and to start having your money work for you. It means delaying gratification, looking cheap for a while, and investing in things that don't provide instant social dopamine, but provide long-term financial oxygen. And this leads to the most important chapter in the book, in my opinion: mind your own business. Your profession is not your business. You might be a banker, an engineer, a teacher. That's your profession. Your business is what's on your asset column. My profession is a podcaster, a content creator. My business is the intellectual property, the courses, the investments that this platform helps fund and grow. Are you minding your business, or are you only minding your job? So, what's the actionable takeaway from our 9 minutes together? I want you to do one thing this week. Just one. Grab a piece of paper. Draw a line down the middle. On one side, write assets. On the other, write liabilities. Now, list everything of significance you own or pay for: your house, car, stocks, bonds, savings account, that side hustle, even your education. Now be brutally honest. Which column does each item belong in? Does it put money in your pocket consistently or take money out? Don't judge yourself. This isn't about guilt. This is about awareness. You can't change what you don't see. For the first time, you'll see the battlefield of your financial life clearly. Your immediate goal: stop adding to the liability column. Your next goal: take even a tiny amount, $10, $50, $100, and direct it towards your asset column this month. Buy a fraction of an index fund, pay for a skill-building course, save for the down payment on a small rental property, start a micro business selling your talent online. You are building an army of income-generating assets, soldier by soldier, dollar by dollar. You get it?
The end goal here isn't to be rich for the sake of being rich. The goal, as Rich Dad taught, is freedom. It's the freedom to choose your work, to choose your time, to choose your life. It's waking up and knowing that even if you don't go into your job today, your assets are out there working quietly in the background, keeping you afloat. That security, that peace of mind is priceless. So let's retire the phrase, "I work for my money." Let's start saying, "My money works for me." It's a shift from being an employee of your finances to being the CEO. You have two mindsets inside you: the fearful, scarcity-driven poor dad and the faithful, abundance-driven rich dad. Which one are you going to feed today? This has been The Chase Factor. If this resonated with you, share this episode with one person who needs to hear it. Let's build a community that minds its own business. I'm Chase, and I believe completely in your financial future. Now go audit that balance sheet. I'll be right here with you. Wish you luck.